Hey everybody, Steven here playing Subnautica Below Zero, and today covering some of the updates that the dev team has done this week. Some of these are just bug fixes. So from the initial intro here, we have added visual effects that I'm going to cover, and some of this is going to be kind of crossing over with other videos that I've done. But they've added some more visual effects to the intro here, specifically with the crash landing that you have, and then they've actually fixed one of the planets, or I guess the moon in the background would spin as he would take off in the dropship. They fixed that. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done, but it's definitely heading in the right direction. So let's go ahead and get this started, and then we'll cover some of the other stuff that they've done. One specific thing today that I do want to cover is actually a tidbit of the new story as well. It's really minor, but still interesting.
Sure you want to go through the storm? You crash, we can't come back for you.
No, I need cover from Altera satellites.
And I've covered the fact that we're in space now, which is awesome, but yeah, that moon way in the background used to spin. So the visual effect when we crash land, it used to just be one part. Now it's through the whole thing, so it looks really good. Alright, here we go. It's all the snow and debris that'll pop up. Boom. There it is. So it's heading in the right direction. The other thing that they've added is the are they the blue ribbon plants here.
Welcome to 4546 feet. Enjoy your stay.
All right, here we go. So we got the new. Let me just do Bob the Builder. Well, I gotta get this all set up. There we go. So the new dialogue, I've covered that before, but that's in there as well. Well, it's just really it's dialogue without any voice work. Let's go weather for right now, fog. So, blue fir plant. I kept calling it ribbon plant. Blue fir plant. So, the pathways, by the way, they've added in the thermal plants, or the thermal lilies, right? Yeah. To this. This area was closed off. They've opened that back up. And then just all the tweaks to the landscape. They've added all the little intricate details in here. These were placed higher, so some of them they've actually had to lower. So we have 3 different options for coming down now. Let's see this other one right here. And then we have our third. And they took that out. Let's go to free cam real quick. Yep. We did have a third right here. So we are down to 2. They just took this one out, shifted it over here. Alright, so they changed that. So let's hop in the water here. So another thing that they've done, and I'm going off of the Subnautica Changes Twitter account with all this stuff. You guys let me know, because they said that this was new, but I'm not 100% sure on this, which is, or if I can find it, the coffee. It's not a mug. Now the icon for it is, but when you actually get it, it's in your hand, it's a thermos. If this will actually give me that. There we go. Alright, so let's check this out. Oh. There it is. Although she holds that really weird. It's kind of like the snowball deal. And I know that it's been shiny before. It does seem like, so you can see in the ceiling there, it does seem like they've improved that a little bit. Kind of the reflective quality with some of the surfaces. Usually I see it more with the precursor bases, but it does seem like they've improved that some just overall. I don't know if that's just an engine optimization thing. And look at that. You can see the in-between right there. That needs to be fixed. Once you drink it, it just disappears. Nothing happens. Can you bring it out right here? Nope, sure can't. Alright, so let's get into the story portion here. Nothing has changed with the sanctuary, and when I cue this in, by the way, it's going to be the old story. What we're looking at is the portion that happens right after this. So it's going to be the old voice work and all of that. But it's going to inform us kind of where this is going to be heading once they actually do add this chunk in game. Alright. I hope they don't change the voice actress that does Margaret's voice, by the way.
Sure I'm the kind of gal you want to be following?
I don't mean you any harm.
Then your position is doubly precarious.
Where are you going with that tablet?
I don't trust anyone who's too big to fight or too greedy to buy. Altera's both.
Wait!
Okay, so that's all the same, right? And then look at the dialogue that pops up here in a second. It would appear I'm far less alone on this planet than I had anticipated. Mysterious stranger, personal log. So, right here. Robin, I've met the most unusual woman. What the hell is she doing here? She was wearing an exosuit and heavily armed, but she ran off as soon as she said hello. I don't know if it's as soon as she said hello or I said hello. Like a beetle in the garden, all hard shell and fleeing. She said to keep away from her or off her land. What in the frozen slush bug of a planet could she be protecting? I wonder if Sam ever met her. So that is in game. So like I said, just informing us of where this is kind of going. So I think that if it's the same spot when we come up, she'll be kind of doing something here, messing around, and then we'll say something and then she'll leave. If it's not the same interaction, right? That's just my guess. Okay, another thing, and I've covered this in a separate video in terms of kind of like the barnacles on the roots inside of the lily pad biome. What I didn't realize or even think about is the fact that that's going to transfer, we can see them right here. See these? It's going to transfer over to the area where Marg's base is. So, let's go down here. And it just looks really, really cool, in my personal opinion. Just the amount of detail in this area has improved so much in the last couple months. So you get a good, whoa, get a good view of that. So I think that looks awesome. It looks like we have more of the hive mind too, by the way, place. I don't think I've noticed that before, where they're just in these little patches down here too. Alright, so we have that. There's also been work on something called a bulb plant that I can't find. If I look on the fandom site, what it shows me is just like this tiny thing on land, but I'm not seeing any differences in it. So I've covered it before, but Marg's greenhouse is over here. Nothing's changed with this yet. My assumption is they'll make this look kind of like gritty, like her base does. But on the inside, same thing, nothing's changed. Over in the glacial basin, I've covered all the changes over there. They said they've done a detailed like artwork pass. I can't see anything different. I don't know if that's just a subtle thing or if it's, and this is kind of my assumption, it's adding plants and little things like that in areas. It's just all those subtle changes like right here are going to be harder for me to pick out all of them. So not 100% sure on that. They've improved the stalker behavior in the animations. I've watched them. I can't see it. So, like this one's stuck right now. Let's see what it does. So I don't know what exactly that is, because usually when they make a post like that, it doesn't tell you specifically what they changed. It just is very vague like that. Like, changed stalker animations. These guys are just chilling next to each other. It's still my favorite one though, when he digs like that. Oh, got some more, got the babies. Alright. Well, anyways, so they've done that, and then another thing that they've done, which I'm not going to be able to showcase really outside of just testing a bunch of different spots. I know Anthomnia had it on his. You could take a thumper and you could put it on an iceberg and it would actually spawn the ice worm out over here. right? They fixed that, and they've actually made it so they've kind of like mapped out. They have like a mesh map of where you can actually place the thumper and where the ice worm will go. So same thing, hard to kind of showcase. I mean, I could just throw a thumper down, but that's not gonna showcase to you that difference there. So they have improved that. That's just kind of another bug right here. I've heard there is another gate somewhere over here. I just can't find it. So if you guys know where it is, let me know in the comment section. Like I said, I just can't find it as I've combed through all this multiple times. But that is going to be it for this video. The bigger thing here is really just the visual effect changes on the intro, but also that change to the story in regards to Marg in that first encounter. And I'm really excited to see that. And really the implementation of that, and then the voice work. Hopefully we'll get that here pretty soon. Fingers crossed. But that is it for this video. If you like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all of my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.